So you'll probably recall in 2011, because I think you did message me. My sister's father passed away, and he was essentially my father, right? So when you hear me talk about my mom, I'm not talking about my biological mom. I'm talking about the Rump family. Because they're the ones that essentially, when I was 15, he was a school teacher. He'd wake up and this kid's just on his couch.
Yeah.
And bless his heart, he was just like, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't throw me out. He would just be like, take the garbage out, and he would make me take him to the gym, because my gym was 24/7, like on Christmas morning and stuff like that. And I'd have to 5 a.m. drive him to the gym.
You didn't care.
Yeah. So he passes away. And it just turned into a thing where my one sister, Cassie, was like, I'm going to run the Chicago Marathon for Dad. She's like, you want to do it with me? And I was like, oh, yeah, absolutely. It just so happened that this is 2011. My contract was expiring. And I was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I can totally do it, because I'm not going to have a job, because I'm leaving.
Right. So, yeah.
So famously, what happens? So this is 15 years ago. Famously, what happens? I re-sign.
Right.
Totally forget about I'll do the marathon with you. Right.
That's a big one.
Yeah, it's a big one. And then one day, I think office tells me, hey, we're going to give you the weekend off. Now, I'm champ, you know what I mean? And I'm like, part of the reason I wasn't going to re-sign is because I was already feeling pretty grizzled.
Right. You
just
were
wanted to take a break.
Lots of injuries.
Yeah, just wanted to take a break, just slow down. But then, when opportunity comes, you gotta jump through that door. So the conversation is so great. Hey, hey, my guy, we're gonna give you the weekend off. And I went, huh? Really? Yeah, we're gonna take you off the live events. Oh, that's interesting. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna send you to Australia to do the Nickelodeon Kid Choice Awards. And I went, that's not.
It's actually the opposite.
All right. Okay, great. So no bumps, traded for a 16-hour flight.
Sure.
So of course they piggyback like a meet and greet with this. So it's just like land, go, like, hello,
sure, of course.
everybody, like blah, blah, blah. But I think ironically, like, do you remember Indy? She was at there's so many kids. There's so many kids that we have hired that are in the developmental system, run the main roster now. That'll be like, hey, this is a picture of me when I was like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. So that was a cool situation. Do the Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards. Next morning, fly from Sydney, I think, to LA to Chicago. Right. So I'm getting into Chicago maybe Saturday night, I think. And I walk in my house and my sister's there. Scares the shit out of me. Not supposed to be there. And I'm like, whoa, what, when you walk into a room and you're like,
right.
Yeah.
There's somebody in this room.
Yes.
Right? Friday the 13th, right? And she's like, I knew you'd forget. She's like, the marathon's tomorrow. And you told me I can stay at your house because I'm just going to walk over and start the race. And I was like, oh yeah, cool.
Right.
All right. And so she's like, I'm gonna go to bed, I gotta get up early and run. I was like, cool. And then I sat on the couch and I was like,
does she remember?
Do I even have sneakers for running?
No. So I was just like, well, walked out my front door. I went to Walgreens. I bought bagels, fruit snacks, because I was like, I'll just eat these while I'm running.
Sure,
And a bunch of
give you
peanut
energy.
butter, whatever, and And then I sat on my couch. I couldn't sleep because I was wired from the
trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know what time zone you're on
peanut butter
anyway.
and bagels.
All night.
And then she wakes up, she walks out of the room and she looks at me and she just goes, you're not running the marathon. And I was like,
hell
yes,
yeah,
I am. Her friend dropped out. She was supposed to run it with her. So I ran
In her spot.
with her bib. And I was just like, yeah, we're doing this. I'm doing this, whatever. I didn't train for it. I ran. I loved running. I would
you
run.
do love running.
I would run in every
Okay.
city. It's normally what we do, especially overseas.
Okay.
That's how I saw things.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, we go to Europe and stuff like that.
And who's we?
Me and my sister.
Oh, in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was like, we're gonna do this. This is cool.
Did she come on the road with you often?
No. Just when I was overseas, I would go run because I would look at
So cool.
architecture and just different stuff and parks and all that. And the race started, and in my mind, we're going to run this together. The race started, and this bitch,
She's gone.
See ya.
like a bat out of hell. And I was just like, oh, okay. Unseasonably warm October day in Chicago. It was like 80 plus degrees,
Oh shit.
right?
It's rough.
I run the first 13 miles, and I'm fucking killing it.
Yeah.
It's the most I've ever ran. I accidentally ran a half marathon one time because I got lost. And so would just keep running. I was just like, well, I'm going to get back to wherever I got to go faster if I just keep running. And then, my app was like, you half marathon. I was like, oh, holy shit, cool. So 13 miles, like my family's waiting at like the 13-mile marker. Say hi to everybody. Realize I'm wearing a really heavy sweatshirt.
Ooh.
And I take it off, and it had to have been like 20 pounds. It's soaked. And I was
But
like,
must have
"Ugh."
felt great to get it
Yeah,
off.
so I took it off, and I'm like, I'm
new lease on-
rejuvenated.
yeah.
I'm gonna see you guys in another 13 miles,
And you did it.
Start running again, and then all of a sudden, felt like I got shot. All of a sudden, I cramp up.
Oh,
right?
no.
I'm like, oh, God. So I stop, and I stretch for a little bit, and I try running again, and it's just not going, and I take a little bit more time. Now I walk a little bit, stretch more. Trying to eat, drink, whatever I can, but like I didn't train for this. So
Right.
now my body's like
Breaking
you,
down.
You dumb
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
But I'm like, well, I have to finish. I'm too stubborn to.
Right.
I'm not just.
I can't
gonna
come this
stop.
far.
No.
Yeah.
Stretching, walking, slowly easing into it, getting to a nice rhythm and a nice pace, and I'm running. And now, ladies, forgive me.
Oh, I think I know what happens.
I have to shit so
Yes.
bad.
This is what I thought. This is what I thought.
They say you just go.
A lot of people do.
I had a roommate
This
who
is-
was a runner.
This has got to be one of the, top 20 experiences of my life. Running this marathon was so great. You run through the different neighborhoods of Chicago. Strangers are rooting for you and cheering you on. People are running up to you with this giant industrial size bowl full of pretzels. People are encouraging you.
Right.
Like it was
Like a community. Yeah.
Yeah. It was magical, but because it was so warm, by mile like 15 through 20, it was like a war zone. People were like,
Oh, everybody's having.
there's people laying in kiddie pools full of ice. There's like triage tents set up. People are like bleeding because they just like fell and hit their head on the
Oh,
curb.
my God.
Like people are cramping up and fall. Like it's
It's
happening.
bad.
It's happening left and right, especially like the last 6 miles. It was like a war zone. But I was experiencing my own internal war at this point. And they have signage posted everywhere. You know what I mean? And I think
Right.
it was like maybe like I remember it was about mile 18 because there's the mile 18 sign, and I'm like the cramp doesn't bother me anymore. It's just the fact that I realized I'm wearing white shorts.
Oh no. And it's
And-
going to be bad.
Yeah, but thankfully, like it was motivation. You know what I
Sure,
mean?
you
Obviously, where like I felt like every quarter mile I was seeing like a bank of porta potties.
And then
And
suddenly they're
now,
all gone.
now I'm in a porta potty desert, and I'm like,
Where's the porta potty?
I'm going and I'm just trying, and like I'm not religious, and I'm praying to the universe, and I'm like,
Anybody.
oh my God, I make it to the porta potty bank, and it's like a shit sauna
Because it's so hot.
because it's so hot,
No.
and the porta potty is a disaster,
Of course.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of
but
people
I
ahead of
was-
you.
But I was
Yeah.
in such a hurry,
Didn't matter.
I didn't stop to check if there was toilet paper.
There wasn't.
Nope, not a lick of it. So I'm like, okay, well.
Gotta do
I'm
what you gotta
gonna
do.
use the shirt I'm wearing.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
wear this
There you go.
Resourceful.
this overly expensive $80 Lululemon shirt. I have no options, And I kind of like look in the corner, and there's a Dunkin' Donuts bag. Now, if I mean Boston, maybe not New York. I feel like Boston and Chicago are Dunkin' Donuts territory.
Yes, absolutely.
So if you're from those areas, if you get a Dunkin' Donuts bag, there's gonna be like a half acre of napkins in it. Like they just you get like 2 donut holes, and they're like you need 80 napkins for some reason. So I'm like, I'm saved. You know?
Right?
Open it up,
No napkins.
no napkins.
No napkins.
But there's a discarded blueberry muffin wrapper.
Oh,
That was going to be
that's comfortable.
I mean,
Kinda
you're
small.
talking to a man who is contemplating ripping the center roll of the toilet paper like off the thing
Yeah.
and like using that.
The cardboard.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah. So the muffin,
Whatever you could.
the discarded
Yes.
blueberry muffin wrapper sounded like a much better idea. So
But you need more than one wrapper.
I took care of it. It was handled. It was
Did you
handled.
keep your shirt on, or did that also
no,
get
I
used?
kept the shirt.
Okay.
Yeah. I figured, well, I don't have to use the shirt now. I'll use
Yeah.
this and probably some of the Dunkin' Donuts bag. You know.
Yeah, of course.
A little waxy though.
It
It's
is waxy.
Not
That's
the
where I
greatest
thought you were
situation,
going at
but it
first
could have
with
been a
the
lot
Dunkin'
worse.
Donuts bag.
And then, very regrettably, I have to finish telling the whole story. Not my greatest moment. I run out. I mean, I'm sweating.
Sure.
And
Oh.
there's a poor woman who's sitting in front of the part of that, and she's got her legs crossed,
Oh,
and she's
no.
like hopping on one foot.
Also a runner?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she looks at me and she goes, "Is there toilet paper?" And I just went, "Yep." And then.
Oh!
My motivation,
just mean.
my motivation running the next 8 miles was this woman cannot catch
She
me.
can't see me ever
She
again.
cannot. I have to
Beat
keep.
anybody else, but I'm going to
I
beat
have
her.
to keep running because if she catches me, she's gonna beat my ass, and it will be justified.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my mile 18.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah,
That's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's good stuff.
It's good stuff. But so then you made it,
I made it.
Yeah?
yeah. I mean,
and then you had Raw the next day,
yeah,
and you were all good?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we can probably figure it out like on a calendar, like look it up and like see what I did. I can't remember.
The show that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
but I do, because I remember someone coming up to me and going, "Somebody said you ran the marathon yesterday." But yeah.
I
I was like,
I did.
I
Yeah.
sure did. Like, are you okay? I'm like, yep, I'm fine.
Sure, ready to go.
And I didn't post a great time or anything like that
Right,
because of the
right.
cramp and the stopping and the stretching and the walking or stuff like that. But like at that point, I was like, I just have to finish.
You
Yeah.
still ran 26.2 miles
Yeah.
without training. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, professional athlete.
Oh.
Yeah. What did your sister say?
What took you so long? She did it in like 4 hours and 20 minutes.
Wow.
And how
She
long?
crushed it.
How long did it take you?
I was like probably just shy of 6 or just over 6.
I mean, that's
I
still
mean-
very impressive.
I mean, I'm not embarrassed about
Given
it.
all
I
you went
literally
through.
was
Yeah.
like, I didn't train for this. I just flew in from
Yeah.
Australia and I decided to run the
Right?
marathon.
You're lucky you didn't tear anything.
I probably did.
I feel like at mile 18, things could have gone.
Very bad.
Could've gone
They
Very
did
bad.
go bad at mile
I mean-
18, but they could have been worse.
They could have been
They
worse,
could have been
yeah.
worse.
We've all had, I think, the steamy. At least I have had the steamy porta potty.
But that's my
emergency
perspective. It's
situation.
like, that's life perspective.
Yeah.
Well, I guess.
What are you gonna do?
It could always be worse.
Shit happens.
You could be the lady
That's
that.
where the phrase comes from.
I'm sure she was fine.
By the way, you had 2 matches the next day.
Two?
Saturday, October 10th.
Look at
Raw,
his face.
Saturday, Monday, October 10th.
It's Saturday Night Raw. What are you
You had a singles match versus Del Rio, and then he tagged with Del Rio versus R-Truth in the Miz. Wow. And did he win both? He definitely won the tag.
The singles match ended in a no contest. You won the tag match.
Amazing.
It is amazing.
That is
really is.
crazy.
How old were you?
2011. So that's what, 15 years ago? 30, 32?
It's impressive.
I'm not good at math.
I gotta say that's impressive.
That's something I think about, and I'm like, you told me to do that now, and I'd be like,
All bad. All bad.
yeah, how many days do I got? What
Yeah.
What are you talking about?